climbing up that table. And that's our fixture list for today. It's going to be Duggal TV versus Navin.
How they find an answer to Navin, because honestly, I feel like Navin has been the epitome of what we have seen from every single player. He's reached that peak of form where people are almost envious with the decisiveness with which he plays the game, and I'm excited to see. I think this is a true test for Duggal. Final third, you're gonna need every single ace you've got in your pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Odisha, I mean, there would be nothing quite like 3 points today as we have kicked off. Let's quickly look about and scour the field to see if there's any new surprise inclusions. No major surprises from Chennai FC at the back or indeed in midfield. It's a pretty standard, the standard team that we've been seeing from them for most of this tournament, as we have Mbappe on the ball, passing the ball around, giving everybody a touch, and we should see Navin slowly starting to penetrate very soon.
Absolutely. He's got that standard setup ready where he's got much more of a backline. In Shubham, he's willing to drop back, soak up the pressure, and then hit back, of course, with his own possession control. So it is, Duggal, it is going to be a match of very similar playstyles, but when it comes to that final third is where we see the distinction between Navin and most other players, where he's able to find that little flick, little turn, and just get in. But hold on, maybe a bit of a cast of curse, a nice interception for Gullit in the counter for Duggal.
Yeah, well, almost a counter for Duggal, but Navin very sorted on his defense. Gets Pele in behind now from the right flank. Is he going to go for a cross? Not usually his style. And we have noticed that with a lot of players not really wanting to cross the ball. We have seen players, for instance, like Shubham, who love that cross into the box. But for Navin, it's always pass into the box. But it seems to be working for him. He's got Ronaldo in there, twisting, turning.
Oh.
Will he cross here? No, wins the corner.
Just on the line there. I thought it went out for a second, but able to get the corner still. Cafu on the first touch. Very unexpected, but oh my god, we were talking about how he doesn't go for the crosses. That's a promising sign. Almost able to get that goal with Marquinhos.
Yeah, and I think the one exception that a lot of players have found, although we've seen players like Ashwin from Mumbai City FC, who even from corners steadfastly refuses to pass the ball, but can be counterproductive at times, because that is a very effective way to score goals. As Duggal finally gets his first attack going, gets into the box, rubs the green, goes his way. He's got Ronaldo, beautiful turn. Unfortunately, couldn't find Cruyff in the box on the turnover, and Navin and Chennai will come forward again.
Yeah, Navin quick on the tempo on this attack, though, not really looking to control the possession or slow it down, trying to exploit the gaps that are present in the Duggal's defense right now, and he has that pass to Pele, not taking it though, and that might just work out. 1v1 for Navin is his best ability, and he does it perfectly. Eusebio with that goal.
Yeah, you thought like 3 times in the build-up of that move, has he overplayed it, has he overplayed it, has he overplayed, but somehow I think he got a little fortunate that the ball fell to Eusebio over there. But I don't think we'll grudge him that, because the overall play, I think, warranted a goal. He was just waiting for that perfect opportunity to pull the trigger, just there, and then finally getting the shot away into the top corner and Mandasar. Unfortunately for Duggal, not able to do anything this time.
Yeah, and as you said, right, he continuously able to create that, just create that panic in Duggal's mind. He's like, oh my god, this guy's gonna get away with the 1v1. And the moment he got, almost a check, like, hey, the ball can be tackled, able to find the shot. So, yeah, we'll have to see. I think this is now what we were worried about for Duggal. Once that goal goes in, how does he bounce back? How does he maintain his calm under that pressure? And I'm excited to see that, because, as you said, especially this week, we've seen several of the players out of form bounce back from situations like this. So I do think there is potential in Duggal to be able to do that. It's just a matter of executing.
Yeah, we have seen Duggal in the past go a goal down and come back, but again, like, even holding on to that equalizer almost has proven a bit of a challenge for him. As again, he was in a good position, gave the ball away, and Navin, again, he's just playing his own game well. That's not his game, giving the ball straight to Cruyff. And as a neutral, you want to see something happening. You want to see him burst into the box just like that, but unfortunately cannot, and it's another turnover for Navin. But yeah, Duggal is going to want to get the ball as soon as possible, although not pressing particularly high. You think that's a mistake here?
I think it's potentially like almost a trademark for Odisha FC, because exactly how Shubham also plays, they're willing to just drop back. They don't want to exactly take the risks on the defense. But yeah, I think against a player like Navin, giving him the opportunity to find those 1v1s, it can be quite terrifying, at least to me. But we'll see how Duggal fares, because right now Navin's got a ton of space and he's just toying with him. But oh, the shot.
Oh, the timed finish just didn't work out for him there. Got the timing slightly wrong. You would have expected Navin in that position to just smash that into the bottom left corner. Not quite happening for him there. But of course, I don't think that'll bother him or perturb him too much. He would have loved to have a 2-goal lead, but plenty of time for him. And of course, plenty of time for Duggal as well. I think for him, it's important for Duggal to now just keep that ball, don't have any cheap giveaways, try to get a couple of shots on goal. Just work the keeper, get Navin thinking just a little bit, just like that, and gets the shot away. Not bad. I think that's what we want to see from him. Just challenge the keeper and get a few shots on target.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about getting into like almost flow and a rhythm to try and find the players. And Navin going for a punt right there, not working out at all. But you know what? Bullet does save his day, and he's now has the potential to go for the counter. But maybe we'll just look to control the ball, especially seeing that Duggal is starting to get a little more threatening play by play.
Yeah, and had the opportunity to play in Pele over there, decided not to take it. Probably regrets it just a bit right now as the ball is turned over back to Odisha FC. He does have Cruyff on that right flank. Going to be interesting to see if he's gonna. I mean, Cruyff, I've realized, is the most subbed on and off player. But hang on, Pele is in over here, and it's saved by Van der Sar. I think he really will be kicking himself for not getting that shot away. Didn't look like he got a timed finish away at all, and Navin has got out of jail there.
Absolutely, but I think it will give at least a sliver of confidence to Duggal for even being able to find that weighted through ball to set up that play. But right now, Navin is on the attack. Able to toy around with Ronaldo on the defense. The pushback, just Gullit pushing him a step too far, helping out Van der Sar.
Yeah, and Van der Sar actually hasn't had too much to do in this game apart from the goal that was honestly conceded by Odisha FC. So not plain sailing, you would have to say, for Chennai FC. Duggal has made it difficult. He has had his moment. I think it was a glaring opportunity for Duggal to get that equalizer just before halftime. But as you said, encouraging signs for him. The fact that he is able to get in behind, as we see the goal over there, which slightly fortunate to win that, getting a very inadvertent nutmeg, but it's 1-0 to Chennai FC.
As you said, though, right? It's been very close so far. I think you can say just that tackle, the reaction from Odisha FC is as well. They're realizing how unlucky they were, but I think overall, given the number of chances Navin had, that one goal at least is deserved in this first half. But the same could be said for Duggal, especially towards the second part of that first half. He is starting to look a lot more threatening, a lot more instinctive, really, in the way he's setting up the plays. A lot more of the 1-2s, like you said, right? Looking to control the ball, work around the defenders, and really challenge the keeper. And we'll see if he's able to keep that momentum going now that the second half has started. He gets the ball on the start. That's always a nice factor.
Yeah, always good to get that first move, get that first bit of momentum, and let's see if he can do something with it though, because yeah, there you go, giving the ball away in midfield, you can't really afford that. You'd rather just pass the ball around, go back and forth, side to side, work that opportunity, but I think it is a game of confidence at the moment. Duggal hasn't managed to get a win so far in this tournament, and you can see it's really costing them.
Yeah, definitely, right? I think every single time they come almost to the finish line hurts them, but right now it looks like Navin might just add salt to those wounds running around. Eusebio is definitely his favored agent here in that final third, but this time the tackle lands soundly for Duggal and he has a counter on.
Yeah, and the counter-attack might well be his best route back into this game, because when Navin has been set in defense in positions exactly like this, he's found it a bit hard to break through, although he does have Pele in the box, but well marshaled over there. I think it might just be offside over there. No, he has kept himself onside, wins the corner. Opportunity for Odisha FC.
Yeah, and he's going for that standard corner routine, has the far post lined up, but a little too far. The pass lands, no, but Van der Sar, no.
I think it just fell to the wrong person over there. It was Patrick Vieira. He would have loved it to fall to Ronaldo or Pele into the box. I was quite surprised Pele managed to win that header, but hang on, he still has the opportunity. Doesn't quite work, and unfortunately for Odisha, it's a Chennai back.
He's starting to get real real tense here at the start of the second half, and right now you can see that tense nature in Navin as well. He knows how important it is for him to find that killing blow, but so far Duggal is able to keep the pressure on with Mbappe, has the cutback, and that's the
Oh, that's very, very well worked and a huge confidence boost over there for Duggal. Getting that goal back early in the second half, very, very important for his confidence. You see Shubham leaning in with words of encouragement, and as a spectacle as well, this is exactly what we want to see. We don't want to see Navin just having it all his own way and just bossing it, and Van der Sar finally beaten for Chennai FC.
and that too with the cutback. So I think Duggal will just be happy he's able to, in that moment, find the ball roll and the right pass in. Second times around the charm for him, and 1-1 for Odisha. But you mentioned earlier, right? We've seen in the past Duggal able to get the equalizer and not able to hold on. So now that's one more test for him. Just 28 game minutes left. Even if he's able to hold on to his draw here, I think for Shubham that will be a motivating factor.
Oh yeah, definitely. And of course, if he gets the draw, there is still the opportunity, even if Shubham loses his individual match, that they can get at least that 1 point, which is of course against Chennai and FC, a fairly decent result to take points off them. So for them, obviously they would want the 3 points, but this is a good step in the right direction if Duggal can hold on. And that was a very risky pass across the back, just got away with it, Navin.
Just about there, but now Navin, he is looking quite threatening here with Ronaldo trying to run in. Has runners on both sides, but again, does not want to take the risky route. But that was quite a risky pass through three defenders. The third one is able to get it through. And now Navin has the long ball on the right wing. Not gonna, Duggal had the right ball on the right wing, but just keeping it slow. And I think, especially with the way Duggal has set up his previous goal, it really has to be all about maybe these substitutions, bringing on some fresh attackers, getting him some that extra teensy bit of pace with the fresh leg.
Yeah, and as we have a look at the goal again, fairly standard E-ISL goal, you could say, in many ways, just getting down the byline, finding that touchback, cutback, and smashing it in. And nothing really that Navin could have done better over there, honestly. I think it was just getting in at the right position, the right time, the right place. And for Navin now, something to think about. He's had it all his own way so far in the tournament, and let's see how he adapts to this latest setback.
Oh, we've got Ronaldo on for Cruyff, and Cruyff is playing on the right, and Ginola on from Mbappe for Chennai FC. So, inverted tactics maybe for Odisha, and just strong foot, strong side for Chennai FC. I'm curious to see how, especially that Ginola works out maybe in crosses.
Yeah, and I was going to say just before that Cruyff has proven to be, I think, the most expendable player for most of our E-ISL players, because he's usually the most commonly subbed on or off player. He very rarely gets 90 minutes in this game. So will be interesting to see how that works out. He does have Ronaldo on as well, so could expect a few crosses into the box. But for now, very important for Duggal to remain completely focused. And well, he doesn't need to focus. He's giving the ball away just like that. And he has the ball in behind. That's actually a smashing ball. He might be able to steal this here. And
yes!
He has. He's put it into the corner. Brilliant counter attack from Duggal. And against all odds, he has taken the lead.
What a ball! The chip through ball just perfectly landing, and you have to nail that, because it's not like you have a really physical player in the striker role there. You have Pele with a lot of pace and, of course, a lot of agility, and he's able to use that to perfection, literally just landing in front of his feet, prime for the picking, and he takes the opportunity perfectly, lands the finish, and now you can see tense faces in the Chennai FC side of this place here. And really, this is not a position Navin or Chennai FC have been in, and I think a really good sign for Odisha FC. Duggal finding that goal, he just needs to hold on. I would park the bus.
Oh yeah, complete smashing grab, and his heart must have been racing the moment that ball landed at Pele's feet, because he'd been in that position before and he'd smashed it straight at the keeper. This time, of course, making no mistake, putting it into the corner, and now, well, interesting tactics. It does look like it might be a 3 at the back for Chennai and FC. We've seen Zidane brought on for Theo Hernandez, who's a fullback, so obviously sacrificing some defensive bodies to take control of midfield. And another ball in behind. That's actually pretty smart when you have only 3 centre backs to just play it down the flank. But Lionel Messi, that defensive work rate, not seen that in a while, and switches the ball to the other side with Maldini. So yeah, three at the back and looking for his own smashing through ball, and he's got it through now to Ginola on that left flank. Can he do something about this? It's getting very tense, very cagey, and given away. And now maybe Odisha can scamper up the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, for him, it's all about keeping it as close to this byline as he can. Throws and, of course, passes like this completely fine with Duggal, but that one maybe a little bit cheap. Of course, that byline pass we've seen several players try it unsuccessfully, but it does give an opportunity here to Messi. The ball into Pele and a lot of space for Eusebio. That's the equalizer. That's why you can't give him lead space.
Yeah, and just it almost stopped over there, like the world seemed to stop as that ball reached Eusebio. It just calmly went into the top corner. It didn't really even look like he had to smash it. Almost placed it into that top corner. And well, unfortunate for Duggal that he hasn't been able to hang on, but it is his possession, so he could maybe manage to just go up the other end and steal a late winner. But we have seen that most of his goals have come, well, both of his goals have come on the counter attack, and from the start, maybe not the ideal position that he would like. But don't forget that there's only three defenders and he's got Pele in here. Surely has to take it and he gets it. Is that the winner? You can see the celebrations from Duggal. And it is a crazy game. 3-2 in the 90th minute.
God, yeah, as you said, it's been an absolutely crazy roller coaster of a game going back and forth between these players. But Duggal again finding a beautiful through pass onto Pele, just feeding that best striker card in the game as much as he can. And well, when you feed the legend delivers. Pele able to get enough. And of course, that was Duggal. I'm just giving credit to the card. But yeah, as you were talking about, right, this is huge. You can see the jubilance in his celebration, the joy that this simple victory is going to bring him, because especially going into this match, 10th place versus 2nd place, potentially 1st place on the table for these teams. A huge momentum swing for Duggal. The match is still not over just yet. Just a couple more game minutes left. He needs to hold on.
Yeah, he's going to be defending with all his life. I think he's going through all the formations. Where is the 9-10-0 formation? The 10-0-0. Just get all the defensive bodies back. The striker drop back immediately queued over there. And you can see it's a very narrow, flat back four over there. Definitely has a drop back instruction as well. And now Navin has, well, pretty much, well, 5 or 6 seconds to try and get an attack going. And foul given away. Could that be costly? I think a little too far out to take a shot.
Yeah, I shouldn't hurt, but if Navin scores a goal from here, well then that would just be the perfect end to this match. Instead, going to set up for a shot directly. The slide tackle is there from Duggal. The desperation comes through. So does the win, and a huge win. You can see the literal sigh of relief coming out from him.
Yeah, and a slightly unexpected result for us. As I said, the E-ISL and FIFA 22 is not played on paper. Form going completely out of the window in this one. Duggal stealing that win at the end, of course, taking advantage of the fact that Navin had subbed off a defender to try and score that equalizer, which he did. But getting that win right at the end, 3-2 it ends for Duggal, and pressure is definitely on Saransh now. Not a position he's been in so far in this E-ISL, because Navin has been getting the job done usually in game one, but Saransh this time, a little bit of pressure on him, and Shubham, of course, we know what he's about. He's not going to make it easy in game two.
Exactly, right? Because as you said, pressure on Saransh, but more so with a simple stat. Shubham is undefeated in individual games. He hasn't lost a single individual game yet. Yes, there's been a lot of draws in there, but right now, even a draw against Saransh would be extremely good for the side of Odisha FC, especially with Duggal finding a lot of confidence from this game. So we'll have to see, can Saransh really unleash the beast that we know he has in him. But back to this game, of course, this initial goal, the rub of the green, as you say, going towards the side of Navin. But I have to applaud from the side of Duggal. Even after this goal, he was disappointed, but did not seem broken down. This really does feel the week of everybody who has been out of form, finding that 1 month milestone and coming back into form.
Yeah, it does look like that. And again, we saw Navin did have a chance over there. I think that was actually a very crucial miss
Yeah.
when you think about it, because 2-0 over there, I think would have really broken Duggal's confidence. But managed to keep coming back. Almost got the goal over here with Vieira as well, blocked by Van der Sar. Could have started thinking again that it wasn't his day with those big saves being made, but eventually managed to get that equalizer and took the lead as well.
Yeah, you can see Shubham too, literally feeling what you mentioned. He's like, oh my god, Van der Sar, stop it! But finally, that goal coming through. And you can see, still, Duggal not satisfied. The killer spirit very much there, taking down especially Navin. This is going to be a big blow. And we've talked a lot about Duggal. I have to say, from the side of Navin, this is also going to be a test for him in the sense that he's been on a blistering run of form ever since the start of the E-ISL. But getting tested towards this middle phase, really getting beaten by a team that is very much lower in the standings is going to test his mental. And I want to see how he bounces back into co-op especially.
Oh yeah, definitely. But before the co-op, I think a huge game coming up.
Yeah.
This I think I thought at this moment when the 2-all, the equalizer came, that maybe Duggal's spirit might be broken, maybe he might feel a little down about it. But he just walked up the other end of the pitch, making use of the fact that, and you can see like he's just walking through. He's like, please go in, please go in, please go in. And thankfully for him, it did, and you can see the celebrations immediately. A huge result, and hopefully now, for Odisha's sake, they can start to double down on it.
The smile from Saranj though, almost like, hey, it's okay, man. It happens, you know. I really like that, the motivation. But the stats also clearly showing Duggal, the deserved winner, 3.9 on that EXG, leading, and in every single way finding that momentum without the possession too, just utilizing that counter perfectly with 100% shot angles.
Oh, absolutely.
Their choice was absolutely pristine today.
Yeah, and let's summarize what we've seen today for everyone who's watching in case you've just tuned in. Game 1 saw Duggal TV getting a huge win and a very crucial win against the informed Navin. Game 2 saw Shubham coming back to drag Odisha back to that, well, a minimum of 1 point, getting the draw against Saranj. And then it was 1-0 for a large part of that game to Odisha FC, and then Chennai managing to get what was pretty much a consolation in the end.
Yeah. Let's take a look at who the hero of the match is. I don't think it's going to be much of a surprise given how the match has ended up today, and of course, it's the man who got the win, Duggal TV, the hero of the match.
Yeah, and 3 goals scored in his game, along with finishing off the goal in the co-op game as well. So a very tidy day for him, ending with 4 goals. That's going to be huge for his confidence.